Well, I don't think anyone does at this point because obviously there's not a lot of people there. Thankfully, they left. The ones that are, we're not in communication with. But we can just imagine. If you've ever been to the Keys, these are very narrow chain of islands, basically built on coral rock and coral reefs, and it's not going to be good, which is why we needed to get people out of there. We're deeply concerned about the storm is intensifying as the waters are over 90 degrees in the Caribbean basin, the Florida Straits, in that Gulf stream and region. So we're concerned about it intensifying as it heads into Southwest Florida, Naples, Fort Myers, Sarasota, Tampa Bay. I mean, that has always been our biggest fear, is a massive storm headed into that region, pushing all that water in there, plus the wind. We're deeply concerned about that. So, frankly, everybody in Florida needs to be taking precautions. The worst is yet to come for South and Southeast Florida, which is still facing bad storms. We haven't had power in my house here since 2 in the morning and so forth. But Southwest Florida, this is a very disturbing chain of events here, and we just pray for the best, and hopefully people have heeded the warnings and are hunkered down in a safe place.
You are in your home in Miami. Are you safe? Why did you decide to ride out the storm in your home?
Yeah. Well, first, I'm not in a flood zone. I'm not not on the coast. My home was built in 2005, so my roof is built to withstand a Category 3 storm, in which we won't get the effects of in Miami, and my roof can withstand that as well. So we have shutters on the window and so forth. Now, a lot of people left South Florida, and some of them drove to Tampa and Orlando, and now they find themselves kind of in the eye of this thing, or certainly facing this thing down. And so that's one of the calculations we made. At this point, hopefully, those people who have left South Florida and have moved into those other communities in the state, this is not a time for them to get on the road and try to head back. This is a time for them to have confidence, hopefully, in where they are and just stay in place and ride it out. But, you know, it was one of those storms where it wasn't easy to just move your family. There really wasn't anywhere in Florida that I could point to and say, if you go there, you're not going to see the storm. It's going to cover all of Florida. I know people that went to Georgia that are now figuring out how to get out of Georgia because it's headed in that direction.